Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dan here, and well, in today's episode, I have just a really quick replay to show you guys. This is, well, if you don't know, this is the Tier 4 Japanese medium tank, the Chihi. I showcased this thing briefly in my last, well, my garage review that I did, and, well, I wasn't necessarily the best at this machine. It has relatively good penetration for a medium tank at this tier, 87 millimeters with its standard ammunition. So this thing itself is pretty good. Reload on it is also insanely fast as well. And this was actually the last game I played in this thing. I was just a few experience off of getting the Chi Nu, which is the tier 5 Japanese medium tank. So, you know, this was my last game completely in this thing. I sold this right after this game. But one thing I'm going to say right now is this is the game that I received Mastery Badge in this, as well as High Caliber. So, well, this was actually one of my first times playing on this match, well, in this map with this tank. I don't think I've ever done it before. So, this went actually really well. Timed that shot really well. Didn't time the second shot as good.
Permission to engage. Let's find another target.
Didn't actually get that shot. Trying to see if I can get a shot on the martyr. Can't end up. He's still behind the rock. Rubble stuff over there. So, we're winning 2-1. Obviously, this doesn't mean a whole lot considering this is the beginning of the match. And now we're tied 2-all. So, it's nothing too crazy just yet. I mean, it seems like just an ordinary match. This guy drives out.
Target acquired. Penetration.
He misses his first shot while I plant mine. He hits his second shot. And his last shot blows my tracks off. So I haven't taken that much damage yet. But the problem is they've got 3 artillery on their team. And I don't have a repair kit, so I have to sit here and wait for it to fix itself. So I picked up my first kill, still tied 4-all. So far this game doesn't seem to be anything that special. I'm just kind of trying to figure out what I can do here. I have to be kind of cautious just because there is artillery and I don't want to get nuked. So, debating on what I want to do, and I decide, okay, we're losing now. If we're going to pull this back, we need to do some kind of crazy flanking maneuver. So there's the martyr. I think I can get a shot on him, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to work. So now we're tied 5-all. This game still isn't really going all that well. It's time to go crazy. So, we're actually only 3 minutes into this game. DW2, plant a few shots in him, and there's their artillery. First shot manages to track the guy, and someone steals my kill. Surprisingly, still tied 7-all. Now here's a Matilda. My standard gun penetration, well, for my shells, is 87 millimeters. His thickest armor is about 75. So he needs to be basically facing head-on at me for me to penetrate, or I have to shoot for weak spots, which means I have to get close enough that I'm not going to be able to miss. So Matilda down. There's my second kill. We're winning by 2 kills, 10-8, and they've got, I believe, several machines on their way to our base right now. So I am hurrying back. They've only got mostly tier 3s left. This game really doesn't seem like it's going to go in their favor from this point out. But we still need to be cautious, because this M2 medium could be using the howitzer, which he is. finish him off. There's their M7 Priest. More quickly, this guy in the hall has something like, yeah, over 100 millimeters. But the gun shield is paper, so it doesn't really matter. So I've picked up my third kill. Well, yeah, not on the not on the M7, but uh. So now it's their tier 4 artillery and their tier 3 medium versus our tier 4 heavy, tier 4 medium, tier 4 light, and tier 3 tank destroyer. So I mean this is pretty much a win at this point. Just kind of have to play slightly cautious. Ended up running into the M3 Stewart. The traverse on the tracks on this thing, I mean, it's good, but for how fast I was going and how narrow of a turn I had to make, it probably wasn't going to work all that well. Our looks just admits that he has a damaged engine, so I'm pretty much going to be the spearhead of this attack. I'm trying to keep it so that way that hill is between me and the artillery, to keep me from being spotted too early on. M2, well, yeah, the medium, he has a chance that he has spotted me, so I don't want to stay in a position. But then I see that the artillery is also running, so did damage to their artillery.
Ready to fire. Let's find another target.
And now we just put shots into the M2 medium. So in the end of that game, we managed to pick up 4 kills and did I believe it was somewhere around 1,000 damage, and maybe a little bit more. I believe also, yeah, I ended up with a high caliber and mastery badge. So, yeah, this was my last match in this tank, and it ended up getting me more than enough experience to get onto the next machine. Hence the reason why this was last. I mean, I probably would have sold it immediately after this battle anyway, because I only needed maybe like another 300 experience, so I basically just had to kill one enemy tank, and then die and our team win, and I probably would have done it anyway. So that was the end of this tank in my garage, and it went out with a bang, quite literally. 4 kills and a high caliber, not to mention the mastery badge. So that's the replay I wanted to showcase for this episode. If you guys have any replays you want to send in the future, please do so. I mean, I don't always want to have to be showing off the tanks that I drive or doing reviews, which I mean I can do, but I like being able to showcase other things as well. So if you have a game that you want me to showcase, I will be more than willing to do so. Just upload it to worldoftanksreplays.com and send me the link, and I'll do my best to showcase it in the future. So other than that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I am now progressing onto the Chinu, the tier 5 medium tank on the Japanese line. So far, I haven't really done a whole lot with it, considering the gun I'm using on this tank is the same one I'm using on the next one. Penetration against tier 7s is absolutely awful. I really can't do anything in those matches unless I'm up against tank destroyers and artillery, which is hilarious because in the few matches that I have been in a tier 7 that has happened. But anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'd like to slightly apologize as well if my voice sounds a little weird. I have a cold right now, so it's mostly cleared up. I have no idea if it'll still be here for if I do any more videos this week. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys next time. Take care.